All right, y'all, so we got something really cool we're adding to the garden this year. This is Calotropis gigantea, also known as the giant milkweed. I've actually never grown giant milkweed before. I've grown a lot of tropical milkweeds and native milkweeds. This is called the giant milkweed because it gets 8 to 10 feet tall, which is crazy. I've seen videos and pictures in tropical areas where they never freeze, that these actually will just turn into trees after a while. The leaves get really thick, and the monarch butterflies just go crazy for them. And what's really cool is you have something this big, you're going to be able to sustain more monarch butterflies. So I'm very excited to get this in the garden. I chose a pot. This is a 15-gallon pot, but specifically it is a 15-gallon stubby pot. It's not the tall pots, because if this is going to get tall, I want it to have a wide base so it doesn't fall over. What we're going to do is we're going to dig a hole here in the middle. I already filled this with Landscaper's Pride Garden Magic. We're going to dig us a hole right here. We're going to take some Nelson plant food. This is Genesis. This is their transplant mix. Good stuff. This is going to help with transplant shock and just help this plant out. Pull that label out. We're going to squeeze the 1-gallon pot. Squeeze it just like that. Then we're going to turn it upside down, just like so. And look at those roots. That's a nice root system. And I'm not a big, I don't really, screw the roots up too much. I kind of just rough them up a little bit. And we'll bury it right here into the soil, just like so. I'm actually going to add some Nelson hibiscus food. Since this is a tropical flowering plant, you can use hibiscus on most tropical flowering plants, so why not? One of the big differences between this and regular tropical milkweed is it's going to have like a bluish purple flower, almost like sometimes even white flower. And we're actually going to stake this as well. I got about a 3-foot pole. We're just going to stick it in here. And I got my little clippies. Saw these, they actually sell these at Dollar Tree now. I didn't know that. I buy them like in a pack of 100 from like Amazon. But we're just going to clip it right here just to kind of give it a little bit of assistance with these spring winds. You can see right here, this was probably taken from a cutting. Once these get really big and tall, you can probably just top them and propagate them. You can top and prop and get them going and make more plants and create more food for the monarch butterflies. We'll go ahead and water it in. So one thing that you do need to know when you're planting giant milkweed is that the seed pods are just like regular milkweed plants, that they become like cottony and they will spread throughout your garden bed. So where I'm gonna put this after it's done being in the greenhouse, I'm gonna put it away from all my raised beds because I don't want it to self-seed and spread throughout my entire garden. I wanna keep it in just this pot. So we'll see how that goes, but be mindful of where you're planting this milkweed, and really any milkweed. I've had tropical milkweed just pop up in other containers and other raised beds. So you want to be mindful of where you're putting your stuff. But what's really nice is it's very easy to dig up, put in a container, and put somewhere else in your garden. I love adding milkweed and other pollinator plants to the garden because it brings in the butterflies, the bees, the moths, the hummingbirds, everything I love to see in the garden. So if you're really interested in getting some monarchs and being able to supply a lot of food for them this spring and summer, consider the giant milkweed, because this thing's gonna be huge and this is gonna be covered in caterpillars. I can't wait to see them devour this thing. It's gonna be awesome. See y'all in the next one.